guys, Chi-Chi here. Welcome back to my channel, Chi.Chi.Luxe. I figured since I was here, I might as well do a review about this lovely Louis Vuitton card holder. Because you know, I got some thoughts and I think you might like to know some pros and cons about this baby and how I've been feeling. So, let's talk. So I've had this piece a little over a month. I've been wearing it non-stop since the day I got it. And let me tell you, whoa, that's all I can say about it. You could see I have it completely stuffed. I don't baby my items. I am mindful of them, but I don't baby them because if I'm spending this much on a piece, you better believe that I am going to use her. And I have been. I put her through some things, okay? And she is quite resilient. I can't really speak too much on the glazing thus far, but there's not a single nick, dent, crack, or crease. Now, how much does this hold? Well, as you can see, she a little thickums right now, and that's because I really truly have used every section. Let's get into maybe some cons for some of you. If you're not into using a piece, this isn't going to be for you, because don't hate on my driver's license picture. We're not talking about that. But the more things you put into this card holder, what ends up happening is that you get a little indentation of the cards, meaning more than likely it's going to have kind of like an inverted crease, so to speak, on those pieces. So if I remove my driver's license and kind of just press it out a little bit, you can still probably kind of see a little bit of that indentation. It does smooth down once I do take it out, but that is something to keep in mind. Also, in this front pocket, I do not put a card that has a raised credit card number. I try to keep as many flat cards in here as possible. I do have a raised card in here, of course, as I'm talking about it, but I do try to keep, at least in that front one, pretty flat. I should actually switch my cards out and put a flat card in this bottom card slot as well, because if your card number is raised, it's definitely going to leave an indentation on there. So that is also something to be mindful of. And of course, she got this packed, okay? Y'all know I am not a huge fold my cash kind of gal, but with this card holder, I am pleased to report back that I have yet to have my bills catch on to the zipper, even with having a crap ton of cards in here with it. I have maybe about 10 bills, maybe. Yeah, 10 bills folded in half. Not a freaking problem. I do make sure that, you know, it lines up pretty nicely before I go ahead and zip it. Of course, that Louis Vuitton zipper never gets old. Let me just take out some of my cards. Well, all of my cards that are in here. And if I just leave the cash in here, of course, that little dent that we were talking about, it does flatten out. But still up here on the side, that will protrude over time. If you don't like that look, this might not be your thing. I feel like with card holders, that is to be expected. It's basically just normal wear on it. The same goes for this front pocket as well. I keep a little coupon action. My Rita's has been open, but you know, Rita's card, you know, hopefully I win a little stuffed animal or something like that. My little appointment reminders. This front pocket is very useful. I like to put, you know, my, I don't want to say parking ticket, but the little parking stub. Boom. Parking stub right here is easy access, regardless of if you're putting things in the zippered part or actually in the pocket. This pocket will get loose, it will expand, so that is something else you need to be mindful of. So again, let me take this out too. So even with nothing in it, you'll see that I now have a gap where it's not as flat anymore. Now, if I take my stuff out of the center and let's put my stuff back into this front pocket, it does flatten back out a little bit, but not by much. So when you're storing this, you definitely want to keep it pretty firm and tight if you're trying to keep it taut because if you're really constantly using this front pocket the way I do, yeah, it's bound to loosen up a little bit. So that's just something to keep your eyes on. I don't see any visible negative things I can probably mention. It's just perfect. So the big money question is, girl, do you recommend this piece? What's good? I would definitely recommend this piece. I recommend this piece so much so that I got it a little ride or die. Oh, yes. Your eyes do not deceive you. She has company. These pieces are such a fun way to add color into your life. Virgil, he's completely killing it. If I see another shade of pink in the women's section, I want to have fun. So to have these pieces in the men's section and it be so vibrant, so colorful, so fun, I'm like, can't you bring it to the women's section? So if you want to see the details of this piece or this piece, I'm going to leave both of those videos on the screen and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.